Hi and welcome back to part 12, Club 4 of Park to Legend. Here we are today. Big season this is. First season in charge proper. And what can we do? Transfer window is incoming, so please do like, subscribe and get notified. Comments down below and smash those thumbs please, boys and girls. And let's go and have a look at what we can do with the end of this transfer window. And then we're going to come back in and play some football matches for you. Champions League, anyone? Yes, we're having sort of problems at the moment because some of the squad aren't very happy with the fact that we didn't reach knockout stages of World Club Cup. We had Bayern Munich again. At the end of the day, it's not the best team to be playing to try and get through to the next round. But we are finally making some headway, hopefully, with these transfers. We have got 3 offers in for Ollie Watkins, so finally might be able to shift him on, I'm hoping. It's just such a nightmare. £10 million if we can get rid of him. Fingers crossed. The great thing is, I just love these director of footballs. Pablo Longueira, absolutely wonderful. He's come up with an offer of, well, £65 million for Christian Eck. Will you pronounce the L at the end? Maybe that's abbreviated. We're just going to call him Eck. But he's a 22-year-old central midfielder who, 3-star current, 3-star potential, but he's so good in everything that he does, I'm tempted to get hold of him at that money purely because he's just so good. Made 4 international caps for Germany as well, so I'm pretty happy with that deal. Also, Ben White. Napoli have come in, but it's been cancelled. We cancelled the deal because they wouldn't offer enough money. Florian Wirtz as well has handed in a transfer request at Bayer Leverkusen. The reason we've cancelled the Napoli deal is because Nantes have offered £30 million, and with them coming in with a derisory 14.5, 30 million for Ben White, who is a problem child, I'll be happy with that. We have finally got potentially our central defender, Stephen Hutchinson, our boy from Bournemouth. Yeah, he's 4.5-star potential, 3-star current ability, 6'6", England under 21. He hasn't played for the international team full cap yet, but he is a great central defender, as you can see, and I'm just hoping we can get our fingers on him because he is so good, but time will tell. We've got a deal in and we'll have to see what comes about with that. So let's move on another couple of days. We're near the end of the transfer window and we'll see what happens. Well, unfortunately, Ben White turned down the contract from Nantes and Barcelona have come in with £23.5 million. He said, if we don't accept this deal, he's going to be unhappy. So, it just grinds me. The boy is such a... Oh, yeah. Well, he's on his way out now because he's going to go to Barcelona. But we have brought his replacement in. Stephen Hutchinson is in for £120 million. We had to have footballers sealed the deal for Christian Eck. And he's come in as now a 3.5-star player, full potential, world-class midfielder. So he's coming even better than what we thought. So we've got Milinkovic and Eck are now our 2 world-class players. He's also a proven striker, which I didn't realise at the time. I thought he's just a central midfielder, but he's a world-class central midfielder who can play up front naturally as well. Who could have thought it even better? Just absolutely fantastic. And we've got more irons in the fire. Fernandez, we're going to sort out maybe a deal for this lad. He's another striker. He's only 3-star again, but I'm thinking whether it's going to be the same scenario for this lad. 3-star potential, 3-star current ability, 24 years old, 6'2", Argentinian David Fernandez. He's very good as well. I'm just waiting to see on this one. We'll see. But as it stands at the moment, we've got 10 hours left and we'll see how we get on. So as it ends up at the end of the transfer window, David Fernandez did come in for £21.5 million. So not too bad. So we sort of broke even with the transfer budget we had and the players that have gone out. 163 out, 243 in. But we have also got the deal. Yes. Benjamin White, he is going to Barcelona. Contract has been accepted. He is going, but not until January. I don't understand why. but I'm guessing we're going to get another £23.5 million in January. Maybe. Also, Nunes, one of our youngsters, he's going out for nearly £1 million to Rangers, potentially. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But it's not been ideal, but I think we have strengthened. If we look at the old squad planner and the squad depth, goalkeeper solid, right back solid, left back pretty solid, central defenders now, Livramento's class our second best centre half. We'll see about that. Hutchinson comes in, Jean, he's there as well. So central defenders is okay. Midfield, Milinkovic, Ek, even, Goretzka's still there, McAllister's still there, Tunker, all of them there. We've got an absolute abundance of midfielders. Up front, McAllister's best, Matinho, Ek, Fernandez, and João Marcos. Marcos now is up to a 3.5 potential as well, so I'm thinking it's something to do with form. I did read with Illusio that he said it's form based now, so okay, maybe we'll see how that goes. But we're nearly there and ready for the next fixtures, because as it stands, the fixtures have all come through, and I think it was Leicester we played up next after the Fulham game, a 3-1 victory. A few friendlies because of international break and all that stuff. Nightmare. Then we're going to play Southampton off camera, and then we're going to come back in for Lazio and Newcastle. Lazio in our Champions League phase, as they call it now. So we'll be doing that game, and then we will be back in for that other ones we said about. But this time it will be Reims and Bournemouth. So we did play Southampton off camera, a 5-0 victory. Tunker with 2, Ek with his first goal for the club, Marcos and Matinho as well. So great stuff there. Now we're ready for Lazio. Oh, I can't wait. And this is how we're going to line up with our new formation for our new players. Ramsdale in goal, Livramento, Hutchinson, Saliba, Lashley, Noble at the base, Milinkovic, Tunker and Ek. So there's no room for Harvey Elliott in the team as it is. Saka is playing as a striker, and we're training him to be a striker. He might be 27 years old, but I don't like the wingers. We haven't got good enough wingers in my eyes. I just don't like it. So Matinho up top with Saka, which maybe is a bit of an experiment, but he almost plays up front anyway, doesn't he? Bukayo? Yeah. It does say that he's offended by playing up front, but here we go. Let's go and do it. Champions League music, anyone? Beautiful, beautiful stuff. It is on, isn't it? Oh no, Europa League, sorry. Get it right, James. It's Europa League music. Oh, how can we get that wrong? Milinkovic Savic still playing for them. Look at the banner in the middle of the pitch. Oh my goodness me. This is my first taste of Europa League football in this save. And my goodness me, it is very impressive. I love all this. This is superb. See, why can't the players be that big in real time with as it is with this, rather than going back into the smallness? Let's have those players in that same sort of size, please. They've hit the bar in the opening 4 minutes. Ek with the headband. Matinho now coming down that left-hand side. Cuts back inside, gives it to Ek. Ek as the Mazzala. Saka. Now, if he's finishing like that on purpose because he doesn't want to play as a striker, where normally he'd be smashing the ball in the back of the net. Ooh, Sergio SMS there with the shot. But thankfully, Ramsdale is the better of him. Why are we balanced? We're meant to be positive. That's more like it. Milinkovic away with the ball. Yeah, now playing with an attacking midfielder in Tunker and a Mazzala as Ek, because that is his preferred role as a world-class midfielder that he is. We got to go with what they say. That's the thing at the end of the day. If these players think that that's what they're good at, then who am I to say that they're not? A shout of encourage. Saka on a 6.6. I don't really want to go asymmetric and play him on the left or the right of a lone man up top. I want Matinho to have a teammate. Whether that's going to be detrimental to our season, I don't know, but it's something we need to try. They've hit the bar again, but Ramsdale picks the ball up from the aforementioned free kick. Oh, come on, boys. This is where we need to turn the screw. A shout of fire up with about 13-14 minutes left of this half. Saka still on that 6.6, Saliba on 6.5. Not great ratings as we speak. Moutinho has picked up a knock and says he should be replaced. That's not ideal, but we will do it. But probably not for who he wants to say to come off. We will bring on the big man Marcos just before half time. So Milinkovic-Savic is injured for them as well. Far from pleased with what I've seen. Team leader Saka is composed. It did say him, so that's fine. Right. Lovely, lovely back from Hutchinson. Back to Ramsdale. Now, Ramsdale, where you going, son? Big punt up top. Saka not quite under it. Are we going to get this ball? I tell you what we did do. We went a bit more get the ball into the box a bit quicker sort of scenario. Savic is going nuts. In fact, let's shorten the passing slightly. We want the overlaps. We missed out on that when I was setting this tactic up. Right, a shout of encourage. Come on, lads. Saka not having a good game and he's been booked. Unbelievable. If he is going to do this to me, I'm going to be crazy. Alexis McAllister, on you come there, son. Right, one more group of substitutes to come. And they're incoming now. So Jean comes in, Goretzka, Gravenberch, along with the other ones we've already done in Alexis McAllister and Marcos. So here we go, a shout of encourage. Lazio having a bit too much of this game for my liking. We need to get a bit more on it. Now Marcos, what are you doing up there? Get back up where you should be, son. Maybe we need to slow the tempo down as well a bit. Let's just do that now. And slow the passing down as well. Lashley, back to Jean. Ramsdale. Oh my goodness me. You think you've seen it all? Sergio Conceição is just so happy that Ramsdale has gifted them a goal like that. He give it to Jean, and Jean has made an absolute ricket. Now McAllister's taken a knock as well. That is not ideal. This is just not ideal. A draw would be the best we could get, if it's even possible. Ramsdale's trying his best to save us. Attack. Let's go a bit more attacking. Instructions of go really quick on the tempo now. We've got to try and up the game here. They have been all over us from the start. Ramsdale now gets the ball. 15 minutes or so to go. Why is that change not gone through? Can't do a shout. Can't do anything. Can't do anything other than see what is here. Lazio got an XG of 2.22. This is not a great start to our Champions League campaign. A shout of beration. Come on, boys. It has fired them up. Whether playing a team leader out of position has cost us. Gravenberch with the corner. Ball in. It's away. And it's Lazio going to break. No. Hutchinson's in. Hutchinson! Stephen Hutchinson with his first goal for the club. Jim, well, it come from a very unlikely source and a very unlikely outcome. The 6'6" central defender has just smashed one into the goal. It's taken a wicked deflection, but we'll take anything. Yes, I completely agree with you. That was a massive deflection. A shout of encourage. Well, I think we got away with one there. Simply not good enough. We should have won that match. That has motivated everyone, including Saka. This group is massive. Look at it. Was it 36 teams in the group? Oh my days. And just to make things worse, McAllister's out for 5 weeks. Moutinho only a couple of days for our wonder kid. Press conference. Send the assistant, thank you. Newcastle in 3 days' time. So what we've done, we've kept the same starting 11, but what we've done, we've changed the passing to bring it down just a slight smidge. So Ramsdale in goal, Livramento, Hutchinson, Saliba and Lashley. In fact, we're going to turn these boys up as well. Complete wing backs on support. We're going to go a bit more for it because we want them bombing up and down. That's what it should be. Lashley, Noble, Milinkovic, Tunker and Ek in midfield, Saka and Moutinho up top. We've been on a good run lately. Pump the fist, get out there and impress me, boys. That's what we need today. An impressive performance against Newcastle. That would be great. Lashley now down that left-hand side, loses the ball though. Maybe we need to be balanced a little bit away from home. I think we did say about it. Isaac through on goal and put it just wide. That is not ideal. Come on, lads. This is where we need to do the performances that we've seen off camera, because we've been putting teams like this to the sword. Newcastle 11th in the league. We are only 8th. So we've not started the greatest. It is early days. Only 6 games into the Premier League season. And obviously with that Europa League disappointment in the last game, not really acceptable. A shout of encourage will help there, I think. 25 minutes gone. 1 shot each. Oh my goodness me. And it's Doyle down that left-hand side. Milinkovic in. Ek forward. Moutinho in. Through on goal. And Alan Moutinho with a goal. Beautiful stuff. Jim. Oh my word. The boy is an absolute rocket. He's off. He's running. I'm not quite sure how quick those central defenders are, but there was no stopping it, and they couldn't even get near the ball on the line either. Lovely. Yeah, well said, Jim. He is absolutely super. Considering it's, 16 and 17 on his pace, he could do a bit more. Marmadashvili in goal for Newcastle now. He's a player I had last year. Rather good. Saliba, forward. Comes back again though. Newcastle have the ball. And it's Ek, the world-class midfielder that we bought. Milinkovic, the other world-class midfielder that we bought, to replace the other 2 midfielders who were world-class as well. But it's just beautiful to see. What we need now though is Livramento to be an absolute superstar. And Paulo Bernardo has made it 1-1. Livramento didn't really do what he was needed down that side. A shout of encourage. Come on, lads. Saka on a 6.5. Do we change the formation up a little bit? See, he's on that side. That's the thing. Hutchinson forward. His passing. It's just we need to say to him, pass it simple. Lashley, what are you doing, son? You've just had an international cap for England. Lashley loses it again for the 2nd time. Saliba now's given away a penalty. All because of Lashley's complete and utter ineptness. It's got to be a penalty. Ramsdale, you are world class. You're up against Jarrod Bowen, and that shows why he is world class. Saliba smashes the ball away. I want to be able to shout at Hutchinson saying, what are you doing? Whether it's the price tag which has put him off, I don't know. But there's Noble, who's got another big price tag, but he's fine. Coming up to half time now. Not good enough. Not good enough. Far from pleased with what I've seen. He's looking stressed. Right, I tell you what we're going to do. For you, Saka, we're going to go something like this, all right? He'd rather be an inverted winger on attack, wouldn't he? Right, that's how we're going to do it. See how we do, shall we? Just for you today, Saka. Here we go. Start of the second half. A shout of encourage. Let's get attacking as well. Let's get after this lot now. Is Saka's game going to improve? Tunker, obviously not playing in his preferred position. We're going to take him off and bring on Hadji, the new Wonder Kid wannabe. We'll see how he gets on. Lashley's having a bit of a nightmare back there. I think we will make a couple of changes and see what we can do with that. Right, 4 changes made in total, including the Hadji one. Elliott coming on for Saka. had enough. Goretzka and Jean at the back. One more change in the bag for us, and we'll see what we can do. But it's Newcastle who are coming forward, and Alexander Isaac, or Alexander Isaac, is it? Not quite sure which way it goes. Positive mentality, a shout of encourage. Let's see if we can do that, shall we? Come on, lads. Lashley. We need another defence. That's the problem. We bought all these lovely players, but we do need to change it up a bit and have a different outlook up top. Marcos coming on for the last 10 minutes in place of Moutinho. But it is Newcastle again with the highlight. Can we have the ball back, please? Harvey Elliott runs the ball out of play, I would say. Balanced mentality, a shout of fire up. Hadji, nearly. Oh, come on, Hadji. We've got belief in you. The players aren't very fit. It was only a couple of days between that Champions League. Got Champions League on the brain. Europa League and this game. And it's another draw. Not happy with the performance out there. Saka appears to have lacked belief. Well, Tonka gets a pay increase up to 110 grand a week. Training and all that business. But like we said, we're going to blast for a few games now, and we are going to come back for Reims and Bournemouth, because it is Bournemouth away. Return of the prodigal James Priisek. Yes, thank you very much, boys and girls. I hope you have enjoyed episode 12. It's 13 next. Unlucky for some. Hopefully that was the unlucky episode, because we've drawn 2 games on the trot. We need to have a run of good form again now. And we'll see you next time out. Please do get the comments in as well. And like, subscribe and all that business, please. We love to see you around. Thank you for your support. Goodbye.